every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off, a hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I've never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these.
Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the Patriots come out led by the four-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings, arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Wait, that 53! No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Here we go.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Complete to Dorsett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, it's White. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Brady now on first down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The Dolphins heading out for the first time, and it is Josh Rosen getting the start here. Rosen and Ryan Fitzpatrick, they were locked into that quarterback battle throughout camp. Fitzpatrick got the nod for weeks 1 and 2. But now it's Rosen's turn as the Dolphins try to find out whether he's the man to rebuild the franchise around. They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Ballage. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. He was looking that time for Stills. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rule.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen. And that is incomplete. As tight end Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a carry for White. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, you can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
72.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Brady gives this to White. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run with White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
After review of the play, the running on the field is reversed.
Stay with your man. Check 13. Check 13. Hey, check it.
On 2nd down now, it's White. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
13 games going on here in this final Sunday of 2019, the final Sunday of the regular season. 3 more games still to come following us. Raiders, Broncos, Cards, Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then we'll know the 12 teams who will continue on into the playoffs starting next Saturday here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Running, it's Drake. Accelerating, and off he goes. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Motion man, watch 12, watch 12.
From the gun, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. Parker unable to get that one, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Complete. This is Albert Wilson. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Drake. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Now Rosen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 39, Rosen, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Going deep here for Stills. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rosen will throw. And Stills bringing it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 23. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 66.
Here's White. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Brady. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Caught by the tight end, Watson. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st down, White. And he works free. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Hey, Charlie. 53, Mike.
Now it's Rosen. It's complete to Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Rosen to his tight end, Gesicki. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter of play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Balaj. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Hightower in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone. Now the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time Keeps reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. Rosen now off the bootleg. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Well, James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. Tom Brady needing a fourth-quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. Brady's throw into the hands of Harry, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw, Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Brady saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. He's back to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw.
Exactly what they're...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Demaryius Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now Rosen and the Dolphins down 24-23, a minute 14 to go. They'll start the drive with Drake. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
Hey, team 6.
Throwing now is Rosen. Allen's got it, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now it's Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his fifth-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The give running right, Drake. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Drake. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Touchdown, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Mike 51.
They'll try and run with Drake. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 1 final try now for Brady. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Miami, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for New England, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicky know what I'm about. I'm not. Their stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS another loss. GPS another loss. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS company. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door. They taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door. They taking notice. Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How